Hello everybody, welcome to this wonderful reading. This is how it is. I know that there are things that you're going to remember and how it is. This is going to be reading for July 19th, the 20th, and the 21st of 2024. This is just this is not going to know sign trading, no it's not, but this is just how it's going to be. We're going to understand how it goes, and it's just how it seems to be. So I know that this is just a very good reading, and I hope that you guys enjoy this. Please give it a like, please give it a comment, and understand because this is how it seems to be and how it remains. This is a way of how it goes. I'm going to tell you what the oracle cards will say. Then we'll get into the tarot business, what's going on, who you're dealing with, whatever, what kind of energies that you have. And then after that, I'm going to do the oracle cards and see what's going to happen there. So I know that this reading is going to help you anyways. And I know that this is how it is. So I understand that. But this is the way of how it goes. And in general, this is how it seems to be. So the first oracle card I'm going to tell you is regret. I know that I cannot change the past. This is how it is. You're going to feel like you're going to have regretful things, right? Because you need to look at the present and the future, not the past. Drag on the past all you want, but you know what? You don't want to do that, okay? The second one is pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. That's how it seems to be. Because that's how it goes, right? Because in that way, that's how it seems to be. It's the way of how it goes, but it's the way of how it seems to be, okay? And last but not least is relationships. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Yeah, because relationships start at the very beginning. And that's how it is, right? That's how it goes. If you have relationships and stuff, then that's how it is, right? So let's start off the basics. Let's look at the past, present, and future. You will see of how it goes in one way or another. This is how it is. So this is just the way of how this reading goes, and I hope that this is how it seems to be. So basically, the point begins that you have the Justice card is upright, you have the Queen of Swords is upright, and you have the Six of Wands is upright. So you could be dealing with another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You could be now dealing with a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You are telling the truth because that's how it is, right? This is a very interesting way of how it goes. And in general, it's the way of how it is, right? Because in that aspect, it's the way of how it goes in one way or another, right? Because you cherish your own feelings, you cherish of how it goes, because that's how it is. You have to release your own balance of how it seems to be, right? This is how it kind of goes, right? Because truth be told, this is the way of it is in one way or another. So let's see. So I'm going to clarify this justice. Clarify the Queen of Swords and clarify the Six of Wands. So you have the Four of Wands reversed because you're probably not married, but in one way or another you could be maybe you're going to a wedding, maybe you're not going to go to the wedding because you're single, whatever it could be. The King of Wands reversed. Interesting, right? Is there something that was happening with that? And the Two of Pentacles are right because you're balancing. You're balancing two things at once because you're juggling, right? It's the way of how it goes because you look at it from a different way, but in the process of how it goes because you see it. You see it as an underlying. You see it how it is, right? Because seeing is a wonderful feeling, and you have to know that. It's the way of how it goes, right? You gravitating of how it is, right? You have to know the basics of how it is, right? Because you need to know about that. So let's see. Let's see what's going on. So I'm going to clarify this card. Let's see. You can't watch reverse because there's no immaturity, right? Because you're not, you are already matured enough. You're not being immature. You're doing that. You're doing that how it is. You can't watch reverse because there's no passion, right? Right, because you have the King of Wands here, that's reversed. There's no passion. There's no passion here. The Queen of Wands is upright because there's prison. Yeah, because you're going to balance two things at once, right? That's how it is, right? You're going to be like a juggler. You need to understand how it is in one way or another, right? Because this is just how it is. This is just how extraordinary it is, right? Because one way or another, this is just how it is. Because you think about how things are, but in the way of how it goes, you have to believe on how things are, right? It's the way of how it goes. Right? It's the way of how it seems to be. Because the universe is saying something, and you have to pay attention to it. So see? Yeah, see the Seven of Pentacles up, right? Because you're looking at your career, right? Because you're having a career that you're going to think about. The Nine of Swords is up right now because you're having anxiety. Because, or maybe you're feeling hurt, stuff like that. And the Four of Pentacles up right, yeah, because you need to have a breather. You need to breathe of knowing what to do. It's the way of how to do it, right? It's the way of how everything goes. There are things that you're trying to remember, but it's the way of how it goes one way or another, and it's the way of how it is, right? Because you have to look at things and you have to put them into perspective. This is the way of how it goes, but then you have to look at it from your career, feeling hurt, you're into that poor way of how it goes. You have to look at it from a different way, right? Because it's the way of how it goes. Because in general, when you look at this, I want to see if everything's fine. Six of Cups reversed. Let's see. Seven of Cups is interesting. And the World is upright because there's completion. Yeah, see? See, because everything is completed, right? So you could be dealing with another Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, but one way or another, right? So let's see. The Star is reversed because you're not wishing upon something. You're not, right? Because it's the way of how it goes. You already got that feeling. You know how things are, but you have to look at them from the way of how it is, right? So it's the way of knowing what to do, but it's the way of how it goes. So let's see what the universe is saying before I do the oracle cards. So let's see. Because separate, yeah, because there's grief. Yeah, see, having grief, it's it's the way of how it goes because you're grieving and you hate this, you don't like it, right? It's the way of how it goes in one way or another. But just reverse because you don't have no skill, right? Because you don't have any skill. It's bad, right? It's the way of how it goes, right? Venus goes up, right? I just said this, balancing, right? Because you're balancing two things at once, right? So this is how it kind of is for you. I'll do one more to verify. The Two of Cups reversed because there's no relationships. Because you already probably are in a relationship. I could be even talk about a cross-watcher maybe around there, but but it's the way of how it goes. Clarify that card. Let's see. The Hierophant is upright. Yeah. So you might be maybe going to church. Maybe you're using your inner voice. Maybe you're thinking, okay, well, I want to do something, but in one way or another, it's the way of how it goes. Because you look at it from a different way, in one way or another. You know, these things are happening all at once, right? Because you're feeling how everything is. So I understand this. I understand. So this is what I have for you, but I want to clarify the oracle cards because I want to see it. So let's see. The prison waif is self-sabotage, poverty consciousness. That's interesting, eh? Yeah, because you're having grief because you're in poverty. Maybe you don't have very much money on you. It's the way of how it goes, right? The next one is the word Lord. Communication, praise, dishonesty. Yeah, because you're going to have communication. You're going to know that you can be who you are, but you know how it is, right? It's the way of how it seems to be, one way or another. And this one is the Phoenix. Resurrection, surrender to change. Yeah, because if you're surrendering about change, it's the way of how it goes. It's the way of how it seems to be, right? Because you look at it from a different way. You look at it from things are, right? Because in one way or another, everything is kind of shifted. At the back of this, I'm going to show you. So you have the world as completion. So I'll put it over here, okay? You have the Page of Cups separate because there's loyalty. Interior is progress, right? You have the Four of Swords because you have recuperation, okay? You have the King of Cups because you have support. And you have the Nine of Swords separate because there's drama. Yeah, see? So, it's the way of how it goes one way or another, but it seems to be very interesting, because you look at it from a different way. You look at things from your point of view. It's the way of how it goes. It's the way of knowing what to do, because it seems to be. Because you need to acknowledge that. You need to be who you are, but in order to do it, this is how it is, right? Because you look at for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You look at that as during the week, because that's how it is. In the back of this, let's see. So you have the tower that is upright, because there's going to be transformation, right? You're going to have transformation with progress into drama. Everything is going to change. So you have the Page of Cups upright and the Four of Swords is upright because you have the Ace of Cups because you have a new beginning. And then you have the King of Cups in the world. Well, you have basically judgment is telling the truth. So you could be actually communicating. It's the way of how it goes, right? Because this is how it seems to be. You look at it from a different way because you have to look at relationships. So I'll say it over here. You have pride, right? Because you have to look at it. And then you're going to look at regret. So you're going to have regret. So, this is how it seems to be. So, before I let go, pay attention to how it goes, because this is just the way it seems to be. Knowing that this is just a wonderful feeling, but it's the way of how it is. You have to enjoy yourself how it is, but one way or another, everything can be shifted. Everything has to be all, new anxiety, right? And you have to get into the nitty-gritty, This is how it is. So you have to pay attention to understand it, and it's the way of how it goes. So everything is, pressuring on how it is. You could be, how all these things are. You could be having air signs, water signs, fire signs, and earth signs all together. You have 12 zodiac signs, and this is how it is. So I hope that this reading helps you. I hope it is, and you should, this is how it seems to be. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. See you next time. Thank you. Bye for now. Really. Bye. thank you so much. And this is how it is, and this is what it seems to be. So thank you very much. I hope that this reading helps you. Give it a like, give it a comment, and I need to see you when I see you. Thank you so much. Bye for now. Really, have a good day. Thank you so much. Bye for now. Thank you. And bye.